friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another comfort food for the entire family. The recipe that I'm bringing to you today is a pasta recipe. I'm sorry, but if I think comfort food, I think pizza, pasta, mac and cheese. So this recipe is so good. It is full of vegetables, so you can sneak those in for the kids in your family, but yet you feel like you are indulging in a delicious pasta dinner. It was so good, so delicious. If you want to see what we're making tonight for this edition of Comfort Food for the Family, keep on watching. Tonight's comfort food is going to be a chicken fettuccine pasta casserole with veggies. This is going to be so creamy and delicious. This is a great way to fit those vegetables in for the kids because it is mixed in a creamy, delicious pasta dish. So here's everything that is in tonight's comfort food. You're going to need some all-purpose flour, some sort of light pasta. This is the Fiber Gourmet. You can also use carbonara. I just didn't have that. I have this on hand. The recipe calls for 10 ounces. This box is only 8, so that will lower the amount of pasta that I'm going to be putting into the recipe. Almond milk, salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning, Parmesan cheese, California-style vegetables. You can use just one bag, but I'm going to go ahead and use 2 just to up the amount of vegetables. Here is my shredded chicken that I meal prepped in my meal prep on Sunday. And then I can't believe it's not butter light. So let's get this pasta going. The first thing that we need to do is cook our pasta. We are going to cook it al dente, so you do not want it cooked all the way through. So again, I am using the Fiber Gourmet, half the calorie, lots of fiber, half the carbs. This pasta is great. I actually bought this off of Nutrition. This is only 8 ounces, but I'm okay with that. I think that that's just fine for this dish. So once your water is at a boil, you're going to go ahead and add in all 8 ounces of your pasta. You do want to let this cook again just until it's al dente. So do not let it cook all the way through. While your pasta is cooking, we need to put our veggies in the microwave. So we're going to get those cooking. My microwave plate is in the dishwasher. So we're going to get those going, and those can be cooking while our pasta is boiling. When your veggies come out of the microwave, you're just going to add them to a bowl along with your shredded chicken, and we are just going to set this aside. But I'm using 2 bags. This is only 1 bag of vegetables. The other one is still in the microwave, but the recipe does call for 12 to 16 ounces. This is 12 ounces. I'm just going to do 24. I just prefer more veggies in my dinner. Go ahead and drain your pasta once it is cooked through and set that aside. Next step, I just use the same saucepan that I cooked the noodles in. We're going to go ahead and add our 2 tablespoons of I can't believe it's not butter. And then we are also going to add in 3 tablespoons of flour. And we're going to mix this together to create a roux, I think is how you pronounce it. It's basically going to create our Alfredo sauce. So we want to get this all nice and melted down, and then we will be adding in our almond milk. Once your butter and flour are combined, we're going to go ahead and turn our heat up, and then we are going to add in our almond milk. We're going to let this come to a boil, and we want to give this the opportunity to thicken up because this is going to serve as our sauce. So you want to make sure that you are constantly mixing so nothing sticks to the bottom. We're going to let this come to a boil, let it cook for about 5 minutes. That should really thicken it up, and then we'll go ahead and add in the spices. Once your almond milk, flour, and butter has begun to thicken, we are going to go ahead and add in our spices and some cheese. So I'm going to add in some ground black pepper. And again, this is to your taste. We like our food really flavorful, so I typically add quite a bit of the seasoning. I'm also going to add some Italian seasoning, and that's what's going to give it that good Italian pasta flavor. I am going to add some pink Himalayan salt. And lastly, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. We are going to give this a good mix. We're going to allow this to cook on the stove a little bit longer just to continue to thicken as well as melt down all of that Parmesan cheese. And then we will be ready to assemble our casserole. This is looking delicious. To assemble our casserole, you're going to need a 9 by 13 baking dish. You do want to go ahead and spray that with some non-stick cooking spray. The first thing we're going to add is our pasta. So we're going to go ahead and add that to our tray or our pan and go ahead and spread that out as evenly as possible. Just make sure that there's a little bit of pasta in all of the areas of our casserole. And then to that, we are going to add our chicken and vegetable mixture. And we'll spread that out evenly as well over the casserole. This is looking yummy. I do want to point out that I'm really glad that I did use 2 bags of vegetables because I feel like the vegetable chicken ratio would have been off if we would have only used 1. So I have spread the chicken and vegetable mixture nicely across my pan. Then I'm going to be adding in my sauce. So here is our completed sauce. It looks really good. I'm just going to kind of drizzle that over the top of the casserole. And then I'm going to take a spoon and I'm just going to make sure that I'm mixing the sauce evenly across the whole casserole. So this is what constitutes the Alfredo. Once you've added your sauce, the final step is we are going to add about 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese over the top of our casserole. This is going to go into the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes or just until it is nice and bubbly. That's how you will know that your casserole is done. This looks delicious. I'll be back with the magic of YouTube with our completed casserole. Look at this. Oh my goodness, this looks so delicious. It's cheesy. It looks so good. I'm going to let this rest for just a few minutes and then I'm going to divvy it up on plates. You can have 1 cup of this per serving. So I'm going to get 1 cup of this on my plate. I will show you the serving size and the smart points, but this is looking absolutely delicious. It smells amazing in my house. And here is 1 serving of the chicken fettuccine and vegetable pasta. This, you guys, looks so good. This is a ton of food. The way that I made this recipe, because I only use 8 ounces of noodles and my noodles actually have less calories than the carbonara that were in the recipe, this actually ends up only being 6 smart points per serving. 1 cup, 6 smart points. 6 smart points of fettuccine Alfredo pasta with veggies. This is comfort food at its finest. Thank you for joining me on another comfort food for the entire family. I hope that you enjoyed the recipe that I shared with you. This pasta was so good. My husband loved it. Easy to prepare. You can always eliminate or add vegetables to it. Whatever your kids don't want to eat, add it to this pasta and they'll eat it. So I hope that you enjoyed the recipe. So delicious. It is linked down in the description box below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload a new video. Give this one a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know if you're going to try this comfort food for the entire family. It's a must try. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.